lower banks look. So here's the river bank. This would have been the historic bank, probably not been like that since the 60s or something like that. Where it flattens out and you've got that muddy part there, that's obviously silt that's built up. And similar, the other side of the channel also, where that big green crane is sitting. The bank behind, well, that's the original. Those are the original banks of the Parrett. So that's the encroachment. That's how much different that's been made to the channel. Let's talk to Bryony Sadler. Bryony, you've been campaigning for this work for, well, at least a couple of years. You've had terrible flooding last 2 years. This must be a red letter day for you today.
It is. I think we're a little bit optimistic. There isn't very much transparency about what's going on today or the work that they're going to do. We have asked for, the profiles about how it's going to go back so that, we're not being told terribly much about what's going on. They aren't being very transparent. So, we want to see how much work they're doing. Is it good enough? Fantastic they're here, but, is it going to do the job?
And is this the silver bullet? Because you're all convinced that dredging is the big difference, are you?
No, it's part of the problem. Right. It's never going to be the end. It's a fantastic start, but there's a 20-year plan. It's 20 years, and hopefully beyond that, because I still want to live in Moorland in 20 years' time. That things will happen. But we've got to start somewhere. So this is the starting point, and hopefully the end will be things like upper catchment work to stop the water coming so quickly, and things like putting the barrage in Bridgewater to stop the silt coming in the first place. So we've got a long way to go.
And in terms of, as I said, you've had experienced 2 years of flooding like this now. When do you expect to return home?
If we are in our house by Christmas, we'll have done well, I think. We didn't suffer, an enormous amount of water. We had about 2 feet in. And we all know that flooding will happen. But if this work had been done on the back of last year, then the homes would have been probably saved. We can deal with gardens and farmland if we have to, but the length of time and the duration of the floods is massively reduced if they actually dredge the rivers.
Okay, Bryony Sadler, thank you very much indeed. We'll talk to the Environment Agency here in around an hour's time, but as you can see, the work has started. I think that what they're doing there is just preparing these diggers here, these buckets will scoop out the silt, scoop out the mud out of the channel. It then needs to obviously be taken away, but as you can see, a major operation just getting underway here today on the Somerset levels. The objective, of course, to make sure the terrible flooding we've seen for the last couple of years isn't allowed to happen again. All right.